Great evening, everyone. Made a couple videos last night, had to delete them, so I'm going to start off by reading James chapter 3. We'll start from verse 1. It's about the power of tongue and teachers. So, Father, please help me read this so I can interpret it. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen. James chapter 3, verse 1. Power of the tongue. Not many should become teachers, my brothers, for you realize that you will be judged more strictly. For we all fall short in many respects. If anyone does not fall short in speech, he is a perfect man, able to bridle his whole heart, his whole body also. If we put bits into the mouths of the horses to make them obey us, we also guide their whole bodies. It is the same with ships. Even though they are so large and driven by fierce winds, they are steered by a very small rudder, wherever the pilot's inclination wishes. They are steered with a small rudder wherever the pilot's inclination wishes. In the same way, the tongue is a small member and yet has great pretensions. Consider how small a fire can set a huge forest ablaze. The tongue is also a fire. It exists among our members of the world as a world of malice, defiling the whole body and setting the entire course of our lives on fire. Itself set on fire by Gehenna. For every kind of beast and bird, of reptile and sea creature can be tamed and has been tamed by the human species, but no human being can tame the tongue. It is a restless evil full of deadly poison. With it we bless the Lord and Father, and with it we curse human beings who are made in the likeness of God. From the same mouth come blessings and cursing. This need not be so, my brothers. Does a spring gush forth from the same opening both pure and brackish water? Can a fig tree, my brothers, produce olives, or a grapevine figs? Neither can salt water yield fresh, true wisdom. Who among you is wise and understanding? Let him show his works by a good life in the humility that comes from wisdom. But if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambitions in your heart, do not boast and be false to the truth. Wisdom of this kind does not come down from above, but is earthly. Wisdom of this kind, But if you have bitter jealousy and selfish ambitions in your heart, do not boast and be fake to the truth. Wisdom of this kind does not come from above, but is earthly, unspiritual, and demonic. For where jealousy and selfish ambition exist, there is disorder and every foul practice. But the wisdom from above is first of all pure, then peaceable, gentle, compliant, full of mercy and good fruits, without inconsistency or insincerity. And the fruits of righteousness is sown in peace for those who cultivate peace. Let's be to God. So, the power of the tongues. Not everyone is going to be a teacher, and how we use our words affects the whole world, our whole body. Who we teach are the people in the world. And, a lot of people, especially the teachers, the politicians, even these people who call themselves prophetic or pastors or just, a lot of them, they're all in on the same agenda. They were taught eugenics. They were taught by eugenicists. They were programmed in college. They were programmed by their pastor, by whoever their mentor was. And they all live in this fictional world created by the globalist Rockefeller indoctrination system, is what I call it. And for us as teachers, because I kind of consider myself a teacher, I have a lot in my head and I'll try to pass it on to people. Okay, so the problem is the school system And then the people who are indoctrinated, like I said, they're making a breed of people who hate America, who hate truth, who love this globalist agenda. No one believes in a globe, but all these globalists, they have their agenda. That's why, like, you hear like 10% good stuff from them, and then 90% of it is just them bragging about themselves, them trying to introduce some false ideology into existence, having you do things you don't want to do. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. These politicians, even, they're using corrupt policy, corrupt legal systems to try to make more crimes exist, talking about constitutional, unconstitutional. They don't even follow the Constitution. They don't follow the law. They're all doing corrupt policies with their systems, and then talking about, like, oh, I remember what I want to talk about. These people who are afraid of an impeachment. President Trump got impeached twice already. Bill Clinton got impeached. How many impeachments has there been? Impeachment is just a word, so you guys waste time on the media and you give the media a job to talk about. Like, that's what this problem is. Got a whole bunch of people still trying to push a globalist agenda. If you believe in Star Wars and NASA, that's all Hollywood. That's science fiction. NASA has never produced one real photograph. It's all images and CGI. It's all photoshopped. There's nothing real in that. And then you have these people who call themselves preachers and teachers, and they're teaching that this make-believe fantasy to children. You know, it starts from young. You teach them about the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus. As America, we're taught to lie to our children, so that way they believe the lies that the teachers teach them, and then they get degrees and they say, look how smart I am. I memorized all these lies, and now I can go teach other people. You guys aren't teachers. You guys are false teachers. You guys need to go learn the truth, you know, especially in the prophetic community. I hear so many of them lying, telling me their experiences. I was doing this. You were there, but your eyes weren't seeing. You didn't know what you were seeing. You know what I mean? A lot of these people. I don't know. I'm praying for anyone who claims to be a teacher, anyone who claims to be a representative for we the people, especially. I pray that you lose all of your special interest funding, and I pray that lobbyists, don't get paid to. I wish we could get rid of lobbyists and special interest groups. Because these representatives, they're representing the special interest groups. They're not representing we the people. So, it's the power of the tongue. We have to use our words correctly. And if you look in this book, what eugenics is teaching, where ABCL started, or where Planned Parenthood started from ABCL and all that, they're literally teaching eugenics. And eugenics is pseudoscience, and it's when they want to outbreed, and the words that they use, they're calling us dysgenic stocks, like we were a plague to them. And then you got those people who are giving you advice on television, you know what I mean? They're calling themselves pastors, teachers, representatives, judges, lawyers, actors, all kinds of people. But they're against truth. They're against the way life is supposed to be. They're all in fantasy land, spinning, lost in space. They're trillions of miles on a journey somewhere, lost forever, separated from God. Those are the type of people they are. So, I want you to consider that. If you call yourself a teacher, especially in the prophetic community, I think that's like a warning and a judgment. God is telling you, if you want to be a teacher, be a good teacher. If not, you're going to get taught, basically. I'm not trying to put words in God's mouth, but that's what it sounds like to me. And I need to use my words more wisely, because I get pissed off and I get on here and start cussing and acting a fool. That's not righteous, I have many problems. And then in the book of James, it even talks about prejudice and all different things. We need to love each other. Even if some people act retarded, you can't call them out, you know what I mean? You stupid white person, you stupid black person, you stupid Polish or Italian, or, you know what I mean? Oh, he's an American. No, it's not about that. It's just about ignorance and truth, you know what I mean? I might just start calling people ignorant instead of retarded anymore. I don't know. But, yeah, that's what I've been thinking about. And we need to help our world, especially in the drug community, in the poverty-stricken communities. Because when I lived in the ghetto, almost everyone's on dope. Their parents are on dope. Their grandparents are on dope. You know what I mean? I've met a lot of good dope dealers. Don't remember any of their names. Never used real names, but just met a lot of good ones, and I've seen a lot of bad ones too, and had many experiences. If we can give people help that they need, treat individuals like they would want to be treated, learn the truths from the beginning, you know what I mean? Then we could have a very beautiful world, very good society. And I believe it's going to come. I believe it's going to happen. But we do have to do all these things. We have to get the fentanyl out of our country. We have to get the human smugglers out. Our borders have been secured for 7 months. You know what I mean? We have good things coming. And that's how it starts. You have to secure our borders. You fix it from the inside. And then you can worry about the other stuff. You know what I mean? So, with the impeachment, I'm not worried about it. They sound funny to me. And you can impeach these cojones, okay? Impeachment. They just want people talking about nonsense. So I'm gonna stop talking about it too, because I sound stupid now. Father, forgive me. But it's just, when you have corrupt policies, corrupt politicians committing crimes, traitors, treasonous to the Constitution, and they're giving you legal advice, that's a problem, alright? So, I don't know, like I said, go back to the truth. Go buy this book by the Bollinger family, Ty Bollinger and Charlene Bollinger, beautiful family. Monumental Myths of the Modern Medical Mafia and the Mainstream Media and the Multitude of Lying Liars that Manufactured them. This book will save your life. It should be required for anyone who considers themselves a teacher or a mentor. It should be required for all students starting in middle school, man. Teach them from the beginning. Like, there's certain things, I don't know, from kindergarten. Obviously, teach them the truth from kindergarten, but this is like an advanced level. They should be teaching this. It should be mandatory. And if you don't understand it, then you shouldn't be teaching. If you disagree with it, you shouldn't be teaching. Because if you agree with eugenics and globalist takeover, you shouldn't be a teacher. You're a horrible teacher, you know? So I'm talking to you. I'm a horrible teacher sometimes, especially when I get in my zone, in my bad zone. But when I'm in my zone, I'm a great teacher. And then the Holy Bible, obviously the Holy Bible. Read the Holy Bible. I need to read the Holy Bible more often. Alright guys, have a wonderful day. Oh, I got a strike on my other channel, so I'm going to start making my videos and putting them on Pilled, hopefully, and then just leaving a little short clip and getting all my people from YouTube over to Pilled. Have a wonderful day.